In this video, I'm going to show you how to save your Revit file and back it up in 3 places so that in the worst case scenario, if something happens to your computer or your flash drive or the cloud, you have a backup file of your work. And so you're going to want to do this at the end of every work session, uh, if not more frequently than that. You only have to back up the work you don't want to lose or do twice. So go ahead and bring this into as a part of your workflow at the end of each work session at least, because it's really, 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 really important. So this file has never been saved before, so I'm going to go ahead and save it for the first time. And the first place I'm going to save it is my desktop. So I'm going to save it on my desktop, an external hard drive, and essentially a cloud storage backup server. And I'm going to do that in the same order every time I do my backup sequence. And the file that I'm going to work on is always going to be the version that's located on my computer. You never want to work on a file that's located on a flash drive because that can lead to some corruption issues. So let's go ahead and go to desktop, and I'm going to create a new folder because there's a lot of backup files that Revit creates on its own. In fact, it backs up about every 20 minutes. So you want to always put your project in its own folder because there's going to be a series of backup files that are also going to come with it that are only really to be used in a worst case scenario. So we'll go ahead and do new folder, and we'll call this Revit. And it's in that folder that I'm going to put my project. Okay, now you are supposed to save your file with a very specific naming convention. And so I want to make sure that you infill all of this and especially put in your last name, because when your instructor extracts all of the assignments for every person in your class at the end of every module, they're all going to come in together. And if you don't change this, then your instructor won't know it's your file because they're all going to look the same. So go ahead and change the name there. And again, I'm saving this within its own Revit folder on the desktop of my computer. Okay, so save number 1 is complete. Now I'm going to, you can either do a save as, or you can copy and paste the file that you just put on your desktop and copy it over onto your flash drive and into cloud storage. Whichever way you want to do it is fine. We just want to make sure that they stay triplets, so they're always the same. So once you've started your saving backup sequence, don't make any changes to the file. So we do save as project. And I'm going to go ahead and put this into my external hard drive. And again, I'm going to create a new folder. And it's the same file name because it's the same file. So I hit save. So save number 2 is complete. And we'll do our final save. And this is linked from the cloud to my desktop. So it looks like it's on my computer, but it's really not. And once again, new folder here. Okay, so save number 3 is complete. And what I'm going to do now is eject my external hard drive instead of just yanking it out. Okay, so I'll go ahead and remove it. And I'm going to just do one last save because, why not? And then let's go ahead and close it. So it's our work session is over, and we're going to sleep and go about our business, and we're going to fast forward until the next work session. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the file that I was working on before, and I'm going to go to my desktop because that's the file that I want to work on. So I'm going to go into the Revit file, And I will click on this, open. Okay, and all I'm going to do now to make a little change is I'm going to just draw a little detail line. Detail lines are sort of just like drafting in CAD, but they're view specific. So I'll only ever see this line in this floor plan view. Okay, so I've had my work session. I'm done for the night. So I'm going to hit save to save this file. And so this is the version that is on my desktop computer, or on the desktop of my computer, and it's always saved. It's going to update and change, but it's sort of the parent file, for lack of technical terminology. So then I'm going to go ahead and I've plugged in my external hard drive. So save number 1 has been complete. Now we're going to go ahead and do save number 2. Notice I'm doing it in the same order that I did before. So I want to make sure that I'm using the right location. Okay, so there's my external hard drive. So I'm going to click here, put it in Revit. All right, so there's the Revit file that was in there from my last work session. So I'm going to click on it because that's the one I want to, that's the name I want to save it as. And it's going to overwrite. See, it's going to say, do you want to replace the existing file? And I do. I want to replace the old one with the new one. I don't want a bunch of different versions. So save number 2 has been complete. So now I'm going to do save number 3. So I'll do save as project. And we're going to do desktop. Okay, so you can see there's 2 files here. Now, this is the one I want to overwrite. This one is the backup file, and see how it starts 00001. As we progress through this project, you're going to have a bunch of these. They could go up to 100. Do not open these backup files. Do not work on these backup files. These are just here for a worst case scenario, okay? So what we're going to do is go ahead and the same thing, we're going to overwrite this. We'll hit save. And yes, I want to replace it. Okay, so the save number 3 is complete at the end of this work session. So you can see we've saved a file in 3 different locations: the desktop, which is the one we're going to always be working on, the external hard drive or flash drive, and the cloud storage device. And when we complete this saving sequence, we are ejecting our external hard drive or flash drive so that it doesn't get corrupted. We're overwriting all of our examples, and we are 100% not using our backup files unless there's a worst case scenario, okay? So never open those files that end in, period 00000 and then a number, okay? So now you know how to safely save. Bring this in as a part of your workflow at the end of each work session, and let's hope we don't have any accidents or Revit disasters.